One of the things that should never happen to your engine is oil starvation, because that will cause serious damage to your engine. So, and one of the things that can cause that is clutch oil pump strainer. This is your a strainer. This strainer, what is the function? The function is to filter the oil that goes to your oil pump. It ensures that sizable particle does not get to your oil pump. So what clutch is, that is what I'm going to tell you in this video. You need to pay attention to four of them. From 1 to 4 is very essential, so you need to pay attention to it. I'll mention four. Number one is sludge buildup. If you have oil sludge in your engine, it's going to clog the oil strainer, the oil pump oil strainer, and when it's clogged, it prevents it from able to suck sufficient oil, and that will become serious detriment to your engine. So how should you avoid that? Is to ensure that you don't have oil sludge. There's so many things that can cause oil sludge. That is why it is better for you to follow me now, because I have series of video that I talk about oil sludge, how to prevent oil sludge and how it affects your engine. So prevent oil sludge in your engine. It is very easy to avoid. Just watch the video that I'm going to attach to this video. Then you're going to learn about oil sludge. And what is number two? Number two is metal shavings. There are metal shavings in your engine sometimes. When you have metal shavings, sometimes it is normal, because if you just assemble your engine or the engine is new, there could be metal shavings. These metal shavings, but when it's now increasing as a result of engine wear or serious damage in your engine, that will cause serious problem to your engine, because the metal shaving will now clog your oil pump strainer, and which is going to result into engine damage. Your engine will be starved of oil, and when your engine is starved of oil, you know what will happen. The engine experience friction, the engine temperature become high, because oil helps to reduce the temperature of your engine. So avoid, when you start seeing oil metal shavings in your oil, then you need to know that you need to be careful, so that you don't clog your oil pump strainer. And what is number three is that lack of oil change. When you don't change your oil as quick, or when it is due, that leads to another problem. In fact, that's one of the reasons why you have oil sludge. You need to change your oil when, as at when due. But if you do this, it prevents your oil strainer to clog. But when you don't do this, when you don't change your oil as at when due, that leads to oil pump strainer clog. So you have to avoid it. So that is number three. And what is number four is gasket failure. When you have a gasket failure, I'm talking about head gasket failure. When your head gasket is failed, that is another reason why you could have clutch oil pump strainer. But the point is that what connects head gasket with oil strainer? When you have a failed head gasket, what happens? That could cause the oil and coolant to mix together. And when oil and coolant mix together, what do you get? You notice that that will cause the oil to change color. The viscosity of the oil will change. And when that change, what happens? It plug the net or the strainer mouth, and that prevents the strainer from being able to suck sufficient oil. So when you have failed gasket or a blown head gasket, that is to tell you that immediately you have to replace it, because that will lead to other problem in your engine. I just mentioned four reasons or four causes of oil pump strainer clog. You want to avoid this at all costs. Number one is sludge buildup. Avoid sludge buildup. And number two, metal shavings. And number three, lack of oil change assert when due. And number four, is gasket failure. So these are the four reasons that causes or clutch oil strainer in your engine. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more tips like this. I have another video that talk about oil sludge that is going to pop up right after this one. Please watch.